but 10 is in variable, but I value is a string which I want to concat with the variable value. In that case, how we can do it? Understand my question?
Like if you can give example, I'm not getting it.
Okay, let me show you with example. Let me share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so here we have a print function by which we can print any string whichever you want to print on a screen that we can use. Like in a C we have a printf, here we have a print. So if I want to print here the variable value instead of I, what will happen? अभी मैं अगर इसको execute करूंगा तो वो print करेगा I value is I, but I don't want I want 10. So what I can do here, is it fine if I print or I execute directly this?
Yes.
Okay, let me show you. So it's saying I value is I, but I want to print I value is 10. Then okay, what's your name? Parth. पण ते नाव
Sir,
बोलो
we
ना.
can use slash
Slash, only slash, like can I write it like this? Is it what you are saying?
and brackets, I guess.
Which bracket? Parenthesis, square bracket.
Simple round brackets.
Okay, so it's a parenthesis. Okay, like this. And yes, that's a correct answer. So this is how you can concat, or you can also use, as Parth
Plus,
said, like comma and I. This is also correct answer. Now, what are the other thing which you need to see here or make sure here in a Swift programming language with respect to if? क्या डिफरेंस है दूसरी प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज से और यहाँ पे इन स्विफ्ट इफ कंडीशन के अंदर? एनी स्पेसिफिक?
Brackets are not mandatory for after if for the condition.
ओके, एनीथिंग एक्स्ट्रा? Sorry. Is curly braces is mandatory or not? Understand what I'm saying? Is curly braces is mandatory or not? Like suppose if I writing like this, let's say if condition, we know that why we are using if condition. If we want to check some condition and accordingly if we want to execute some code based on the if the condition is true. Let's say if I'm writing that if I is greater than 9, in that case I want to print something. Let's say hello. What do you think? It will give error or not?
no, sir.
Okay, let's see. So it's giving error.
Yes, sir.
What it is
Because
saying,
curly
expected.
bracket.
Yeah, that's a correct answer. Even there is a one statement in if condition. Here there is a mandatory that we need to include curly braces. So now it's fine. Yeah, there is a no, it's not mandatory to write this parenthesis while providing a condition to checking the condition. That's fine. But if there is a complex statement, complex expression, in that case, you can provide if you want. What if I give like this or here like this? What will happen? What do you think? And if I have not provided the condition, I directly provide I. What do you think? It will print or not?
Yes, sir, it will print. It will check for greater than 0, not null.
It's giving us error. The reason is that in if condition, it is mandatory to have some Boolean type of data, either true or false. You cannot give like this. Means basically this one. In a condition, we have to give some Boolean type of data. Means जो भी है वो either true return करे या false return करे. So that's why you can see here the error, that is type int cannot be used as a Boolean. And what are the new things you have learned in a switch case here in a Swift programming language? Switch case में क्या क्या सीखा आपने?
Default case is necessary.
Anything extra?
Case should have at least one executable statement.
Yeah, that's true. Anything extra? In a C programming language, if I want to give in a switch, if I want to give some float, can I give float values in a switch case? Can I pass float?
No, sir.
Okay. So what is
Only string.
only string? In a C programming language, I'm saying.
An integer.
String and string? Sure. String is allowed or not?
Character.
Yeah, that's a correct answer. Character and integer is the options which you can give in a switch. But here you can also give the float and string as well. Have you heard? Have you learned this tuple? It's pending. Yes, Parth. You know, you learn about tuple. You learn about tuple.
Rows.
Rows. Can you give me the difference between array and tuple?
Array can store only one kind of data, like with a similar data type, whereas tuple you can store any kind of with different data types. You can store the data.
Okay. And how you can access tuples? Using what?
Dot function.
Which function?
Dot.
Dot. Okay, that's fine. But what about जैसे कि हम लोग array के अंदर index use करते हैं to access each and every element? Here, what we can use?
The name that we have given to tuple.
And what about index? Can we use index? Like yes,
that
like
I am
0, 1,
not
2.
sure about index.
Okay, fine. But we can use index as well. Okay, that's fine. I think it is up to here only. You have learned, so, but we are not covering this topics because that will covered by Priyal ma'am. So I will start with directly with the classes: inheritance, self, super, override, constructor. Constructor here, it's not a constructor, but it's a initializer. And one more thing, as I have already sent mail to you that you have expert talk today from 2:45. So make sure everyone attend it because it's your syllabus topic. and it will not be covered later on if you miss this expert talk. The Firebase in Android. Okay, and for 5CSE1, if you are thinking about your exam, practical exam, it will be on a next lab, I think on a Friday. Okay, so let's start with the class. The syntax, or we can say the structure, how you declare the class in other programming language, and here it's the same. That is the class name and class keyword and class name. And have you learned about the function? Function सीखो आप लोग? How to declare function?
No, sir.
Declare or how to define a function, how to call it. You have learned that? How to do it?
No, sir.
Okay. Fine. So first we will learn about the function and then we will write the function inside the class. And again, if you don't know how to give the comments, it's the same like C programming language. For multi-line comment, it's a slash and star and then star and slash. For multiple line, for single line, it's a double slash. For defining a function, you need to use a keyword that is func, then the function name, and after that the parameters whichever you want to pass. And if suppose if this function is returning something, then you can use here the arrow, and here you can write a type of data this function will return. So you can say the basically by providing arrow here you are specifying the return type. So it can be simple variable, it can be tuple as well for returning multiple values from the function. Suppose we are not seeing that is about return. Maybe whenever you will learn more about the function, at that time you will see. For now, I'm just showing you how you can define a function, how you can call it, how you can pass a parameter, and how you can call it. Let's say I want to print here and this is what the function look like. So func is a keyword by which we can create a function. This is function name. It's a user defined. We don't have provided any parameters. And how to call the function is just the same, the function name and the parameters. If there is, we don't have any parameter right now, so we just execute here and you can see the result as well. So function is called. So this is how you can call the function. Now, what if there is some parameters? Let's say I have a parameter a and its type of integer. Let's say I have another parameter as well, and also it's a return type. Data type is integer, and basically I want to do sum here. Sum of a and b. And also directly write a plus b inside this parenthesis. That will also work. And now if I try to execute, it will give me error because it's saying while calling the function, you miss the parameters. So suppose I'm giving here the parameter that is 10 and 20. Now let's execute it. So it is giving us error. What error it is showing? Please read and try to tell me that what it is saying, why it is giving error.
Sir, we are not returning anything, but we have specified the return type, I guess.
Return type we don't have a
No.
specified yet.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine, but good attempt. What about others?
Sir, we need to write A and B, like while
Where?
passing the parameters.
While calling?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So do you mean like this, A comma B, like this?
Yes, sir, I guess so.
Okay, let's try. So it's saying cannot find A in a scope and B in scope.
Sir,
No,
A
sir,
colon
A
10
colon
and
10.
B colon 20.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
It's giving us a result. So that means, is that means we have to, it's compulsory to give the label. Okay, that fine. अभी वो इसके बारे में नहीं सोचते. Suppose we have, yes, that is true that we have to provide the label as well while calling the function. We will see the example also if we don't want to provide the label also. I will show you the example, but for now, we can also give one more label to this A and B. ओके, जहाँ पे आपने ये फंक्शन पैरामीटर्स डिफाइन किए हैं वहाँ पे ही आप एक और लेबल दे सकते हो. बाय टू गिव एक्स्ट्रा लेबल, द रीजन इज दैट जनरली क्या होता है जब आप प्रोग्रामिंग करते हो तो आप कोई भी वेरिएबल्स ले लेते हो, बट इफ समवन द फॉर और वी कैन से सम अदर टीममेट अगर आपका कोई आता है देन वो समझ में नहीं आता है कि ये जो वेरिएबल है वो किस काम का है. ठीक है, तो इन दैट केस यू कैन प्रोवाइड सम बिग नेम, big label to each and every variable. So like here there is no meaning here, but I'm just showing here, writing here some another label that is A value and B value, और जो भी आपको लेबल देना है एक्स्ट्रा लेबल वो आप यहाँ पे दे सकते हो. And now if I try to run it, it's giving us error, and please tell me what error it is showing.
સર જે ફંક્શનના ડિક્લેરેશનમાં લેબલ હોય એ જ લેબલ આપણે કોલ કરતી વખતે આપવું પડે.
मतलब હવે શું કરવું જોઈએ મારે?
સર A value space A colon 10.
Here in while calling?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's try that. A value, then वापिस से ये A आएगा या नहीं आएगा? Or not? और ऐसा कुछ? Let's try everything. Same way which we have defined here. Let's try to execute it. So it's saying separate expected colon, but we have provided the colon as well. Cannot find A value in a scope, cannot find a B value in a scope. Why it is giving error?
Sir, I think we can only specify a value and that will be enough in calling.
Okay, that's a correct answer. Sorry, here it will be B value. So whenever you are calling, whatever the label, the big label you have given, that is the first label, whenever you call it and whenever you are passing the values, at that time you need to give this label. But whenever you use that A and B value, basically you have to use A and B inside a function. जब कॉल करते हो तब आपको जो बाहर वाला लेबल है वो देना है, बट whenever you are using, let's say I'm using here A value and B value, let's see what it is showing us. ठीक है, यहाँ पर भी A value यूज किया है, यहाँ पर भी B value यूज किया है, अंदर भी A value और अंदर भी B value. ठीक है, let's execute it. So it's giving us error that cannot find A value in a scope. वो तो error दे रहा है. The reason is that whenever you are using that parameter inside a function, you have to give this small label, which is the second label. But while calling it, you need to give, you have to pass this big label while calling it. If you are providing a two labels, then. So now if I execute it, it is giving us the result. And there is one more concept here in a Swift. If you want to ignore something, अगर आपको कुछ इग्नोर करना है तो उस केस में आप अंडरस्कोर प्रोवाइड कर सकते हो, अंडरस्कोर. So let's say I don't want to provide any label for this function while calling it. जब मैं कॉल करता हूं तब मुझे ये लेबल नहीं देना है. That's why whenever I define this function, I have provided here the underscore. So you can see here while calling I have just passed 10 and 20. But whenever I have defined that function, at that time I have provided here the underscore. That means we are ignoring that label. ठीक है, तो अगर आपको वो लेबल इग्नोर करना है, we don't want to pass, at that time you can write this underscore, and if I execute it you can see the result. So if you want to ignore something, you can ignore. Fine. So this is how you can, and let me show you with one example with return type as well. Suppose I want to return integer from this function, and instead of printing something, let me return something, because as it's a return type, we have a return type in this function. So we will also return some value, let's say a plus b. The same thing we are doing, but now we have a return type from, or we have a return value from this function. And if I execute it, what warning it is saying? Result of call is to ABC is unused. Why it is saying that?
Sir, we are not storing the answer of ABC, or we are not even printing that.
Yeah, that's a correct answer कि जो function ABC है वो a plus b return कर रहा है, ठीक है, वो return तो हो ही रहा है, but whenever we are calling it, it will return some value. We have to either store it or either we have to print it. So we can print it or either we can store in some variable. ठीक है, तो अगर आपको उसका डेटा टाइप नहीं दिखाना या नहीं देना, then it's fine. You can write directly I and then you can print. Like this, and you can see the result. Or either you can directly print also, that is also fine. It's not only the one return type you can provide. If it is the case of tuple, in that case also you can provide by using the parentheses. You can also return multiple values as well, like here by providing the commas. Now let's back to the class. So this is what the structure for class, how you can define class. Let's say I have one property, or we can say a variable inside this class, where equals to 10, and here we have a initializer. Initializer is just like a constructor. This will be called whenever the sorry object of that class is created. मतलब जैसे कंस्ट्रक्टर है तो वैसे ही, जैसे कंस्ट्रक्टर कब कॉल होता है, जब उस क्लास का ऑब्जेक्ट बनता है वो ऑटोमेटिकली कॉल हो जाता है. जस्ट द सेम वे वी हैव इनिशियलाइजर हियर, that will be also called whenever the object of that class will be created. And we have also like the constructor होता है, दूसरा क्या होता है, destructor होता है, right? The same,
Yes.
Yeah, the same way we have also deinitializer here. So let's see here, let's print. Now the next thing is how you can create the object, because without object you cannot access this I value, you cannot call this initializer of this class. How you can create the object is by using the class name. and then the parenthesis. Okay, but we have to give the reference to some other variable, so that's why I'm giving a as a for the reference, and as it is creating a object of that class, and that reference I am giving to a, that means what, a is a object of class abc. Okay, and now as other programming language, we can access the properties on the method of that particular class by using dot operator with object. So if I write here a dot I, and if I try to print it, you can see the result. What do you think? What will be the result? क्या रिजल्ट आएगा?
The I value and then that.
Why I value?
Because it is in constructor.
Constructor.
Yeah, that's a correct answer. That as it is initializer, whenever you are creating the object of it, जैसे कि यहाँ पे मैंने object बनाया, so that means this initializer will be called, and after that I am printing the value of I, which is this one. So it will be like I value and 10. What do you think? It will be in a same line or in a different line? The I value and 10, same line? Yes, any other answer? What do you think? Different line? क्यों different line?
પાછળ સ્લેશ n લગાડશે ને.
Yeah, that's a correct answer. So in a print, there is a by default slash n at the last. So here it will be slash n, and here also it will be slash n. So it will be like I value, then next line, and then 10. Let's run it, and you can see the result as well. Now let's create a function inside a class. Let's say sum a int b int. Let's print here the sum let's call it here. What do you think? What it will give the answer? Let me comment down this.
Maybe error will come
Why error will come?
because don't have to use the variable name dot operator and then
Yeah, that's okay, correct answer. That is, we have to use here first thing. This is the first error. We have to use the object because it is inside a class. That's why. Now, is it fine?
No, sir. We
Why?
have to write A colon and B colon.
Yeah, that's a correct answer. Again, if I try to run it, you can see the problem, that is missing argument label A and B in call. Okay, so if you don't want to provide, then here you can provide the underscore. This can be the one solution, or otherwise you can while calling 5 and while passing the value 5 and 5, you can provide A colon B colon. And now if I execute it, it will work.
yes sir.
Okay, let's execute it, and you can see the result as well. That is sum 10. And what do you think? आपको पता है this keyword का use क्या होता है? This keyword, this THIS.
Yes, sir. It references to the current object class.
Okay. Suppose if you can see here right now the A value. Sorry, here let me take instead of, or let me make this I variable to a. Suppose I want to use that property, that is this property or this variable here. So in other programming language, what we are using,
This
Sir,
dot
we will use if
that's a correct answer. We are using this dot a. ये कब यूज करना है हमें?
if we want to use the value of class variable.
या दैट्स अ करेक्ट
yes,
आंसर. अगर जो पास हुई है, जैसे कि यहाँ पे 5 पास हुआ, ठीक है, तो ए के अंदर 5 होगा. और अगर आपको ये वाला ए यहाँ पे यूज नहीं करना है, बट इफ यू वांट टू यूज दिस वेरिएबल ए, in that case you can use this keyword. Let's execute it. So you can see here it is saying cannot find this in a scope. this के लिए वो ना बोल रहा है. So that is a problem. The solution is that here in a Swift programming language, instead of this we have a self. Okay, just the name is changed. The remaining is all fine. And now you can see the result. It's a 15 because the A is 10 and B is 5. But अगर मैं यहाँ पे self नहीं लिखता, then it will be like 10 only. Is it clear?
yes sir.
Okay. So now we will learn about the inheritance concept. So inheritance we can do here using the colon symbol. Suppose I have a XYZ class and I want to basically extend or inheriting all the properties and the methods of the parent class like ABC. So I have to use here the colon and ABC. So this will be subclass. This will be your parent class. Okay, after the colon जो भी है वो parent class होता है और ये जो है वो आपका सब class है. And this concept of inheritance in a Swift it is called subclassing. Okay, सिर्फ नाम चेंज है, जो भी मैं मतलब जो भी different है मैं बता रहा हूँ. Concept वही है, that is inheritance, but here it is called subclassing. Okay, we are using the subclass concept. So we are basically inheriting all the properties of parent class. That's it. And now I'm not doing anything in a XYZ class. Suppose I'm creating the object, let's say Z, but not of ABC class, but I'm creating the object of XYZ class. What do you think? What will be the answer? क्या आंसर होगा? Is there any output will be there or not? No output? इसके पहले आपने
सर
बोला
आई थिंक हमको जो बेस क्लास है उसका कंस्ट्रक्टर और इनिशियलाइजर कॉल करना पड़ेगा चाइल्ड में,
बेस क्लास का.
जैसे हम दूसरी प्रोग्रामिंग में करते हैं सुपर से.
नो, व्हाट आई एम सेइंग राइट नाउ कि सपोज मैंने ऑब्जेक्ट बनाया सब क्लास का, ठीक है, और जो सब क्लास है मैंने उसको इनहेरिट किया है ABC से. अब मैं अगर मैं XYZ का ऑब्जेक्ट बनाता हूं तो क्या आउटपुट आना चाहिए? व्हाट डू यू थिंक? कुछ मैंने कॉल नहीं किया, सिर्फ ऑब्जेक्ट बनाया है.
सर नो आउटपुट आई गेस.
नो आउटपुट. लेट्स रन इट and check. That's a correct answer. The answer is I value is the correct answer because in a parent class we have an initializer. So whenever you are creating the object of subclass, then also it is calling the parent class initializer. Okay, and the same way we can use a z object for calling the a as well. जैसे हमने abc का ऑब्जेक्ट बनाया था, वैसे ही हम लोग सब क्लास का ऑब्जेक्ट भी यूज कर सकते हैं, बिकॉज आप ऐसा अज्यूम कर सकते हो दैट इनहेरिटेंस मीन्स ये जो लिखा है वो यहाँ पर अवेलेबल है. यू कैन अज्यूम दिस थिंग. इनहेरिटेंस तो मतलब वही होता है कि जो पेरेंट क्लास में है वो सब कुछ सब क्लास के अंदर है. Now you can use the object of subclass and you can access all the properties, all the methods as well. यहाँ पे दिख नहीं रहा, but you can assume this and you can give the answers. So if you write here z dot a, so it will print the value of a, which is 10. So it will be like I value क्योंकि वो तो initializer call हुआ, and 10 because we have printed the a value. The same way we can also call this function, that is sum, and we can pass here it is not a, here it is z, because z is our object. Let's say 15 and 20. What do you think, what will be the answer? Please check the code and tell me the answer.
$30.
30 or 35?
30, sir.
Yes, that's a correct answer. The sum will be 30. The reason I have written here the self dot a, that's why it will take this value and b, whichever it is passed. And now suppose if I want to use the same function here in a subclass, if I try to create, let's say, object again with variable z equal to xyz, and z dot sum, and let me pass some parameter as well, like 15 and 20 again. What do you think? It will give some error or it will give output? And if output, then what?
Sir, I think it will give error.
Why it is giving error?
Because there is no a variable in xyz and self points to the xyz class.
वापस से बताना, क्या आपने एरर बताया? ए नहीं है ऐसा बोल रहे हो आप?
Self will point to the xyz class currently in the sum, and we do not have a variable in xyz. We inherit that from abc, but we do not have it in xyz.
Fine, let me remove the self. Now tell me, it will give error or not?
I think it will still give the error because we have not provided which function to call. There are two sum functions available.
Okay, with the same parameters.
Yes.
Okay, let's run it, and you can see the reason is the same. जैसा आपने बताया कि there is a two function in a parent class and in a subclass as well. तो यही जो यहाँ पे लिखा है, मतलब let me copy this thing and let me paste here so that आपको ज़्यादा समझ में आए. ठीक है? So it is like this. So we have two function with the same name and same parameters. So that's why it is giving us error. So if you want to just remove this error, in that case, you can write here override. And now if I write this, and if I doing here, let me मेक इट प्लस की जगह पे मैं स्टार कर देता हूँ. व्हाट डू यू थिंक व्हाट विल बी द आउटपुट?
$35?
300.
300, sir.
35 or 300?
300 is into.
Okay. Let's execute it and you can see the result, that is 300. The reason is that we have written override here. That means whichever the function is available in a base class, उसको मैंने override कर दिया, and whenever I'm calling with the subclass object, it will run this. What if I change it to ABC again? Then ABC करूँगा तो क्या
35.
होगा?
35.
Yeah, that's a correct answer. Now the answer will be 35. But what if I don't want to change this and I want to call this function, not this? समझ में आया क्या पूछना चाहता हूं मैं? क्वेश्चन ये है कि जो ऑब्जेक्ट मैं बनाना
Yes.
चाहता हूं वो इस
Super.
क्लास का है, सब क्लास का है. मुझे ये फंक्शन कॉल नहीं करवाना है. वी नो दैट दिस फंक्शन विल बी कॉल्ड. अगर आप चाहो तो मैं रन करके दिखा सकता हूँ. या it is giving 300, but what if I want to call this function?
Super something will use.
सुपर कैसे, कहाँ पे यूज करेंगे सुपर?
કન્સ્ટ્રક્ટર ની પહેલી લાઈન સબ ક્લાસ માં કન્સ્ટ્રક્ટર ની પહેલી લાઈન
पहली line.
मतलब कहाँ पे? मतलब यहाँ पे?
XYZ નો ઇનિટ બનાવવાનો એની અંદર સુપર માં ABC માં જશે.
Okay, let me try that.
એટલે જાવા પ્રમાણે આવું હોય છે.
હા, આપણે જાવા પ્રમાણે જ જઈશું, પછી ચેન્જીસ હશે તો જોઈ લઈશું. સુપર ડોટ सम कर दिए. And let me remove this. This will work fine.
એક મિનિટ, તમારે ABC ના કન્સ્ટ્રક્ટર ને કોલ કરાવવું છે કે ABC ની અંદરના સમ ને?
Sum.
તો ગમે ત્યાં સુપર ડોટ સમ લખી શકો કોઈ પણ ફંક્શન માં. ઇનિટ માં નહીં લખો તો ચાલશે.
Okay. So if I write in init, is it fine?
હા, એબ્સોલ્યુટલી ફાઇન.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
It is giving us error because of to initializer. लेट्स से अगर मैं भी वो भी कॉन्सेप्ट बता देता हूँ, जैसे कि कंस्ट्रक्टर में पैरामीटराइज होता है वैसे इनिशियलाइजर में पैरामीटराइज हो सकता है. तो लेट मी गिव हियर 10 and while creating the object of it, let me give here, sorry, here it will be int, here it will be 10. Now let's execute it. It is saying self use in the method called sum. Sorry, self use in method call sum before
सर फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हमको शायद से फर्स्ट क्लास का इनिशियलाइजर कॉल करना पड़ेगा, सुपर डॉट इनिट एंड शायद.
Okay, let's remove this and let me call it here. What do you think? What will happen now? There is function sum. Here I have written super.sum and I have passed 15 and 20. And I have called this sum. So this function will be called, and here it will call this super.sum. Banna call this. Okay, someone is saying both will be called. Let's try to execute it. But result क्या आना चाहिए वो तो बताओ मुझे. 35 आई वैल्यू ठीक है. आई वैल्यू तो मतलब इनिशियलाइजर में है. सो आई वैल्यू 35 and 300. Yeah, that's a correct answer. Because we have written here the super keyword, so we can call the functions which is available in a parent class by using the super keyword. So by using super, we can access the properties and the method of super class or the base class, or we can say parent class. And let me write here the override. Now what will be output? This will be the last for today's session. As time is exceeded, so that's why. Okay, check it and tell me what will be the output now.
High will be the output.
Okay, high. Which one call? Which will be called? High call થઈ જશે, right? Or print થઈ જશે. High print થઈ જશે,
Error.
right? Error.
Override માં
Override
wrong.
spelling.
Oh, okay. Now
હાઈ વેલ્યુ અને હાઈ બંને આવવું જોઈએ ને, કારણ કે પહેલા પેરેન્ટ ક્લાસ ઇનિશિયલાઇઝ થશે પછી સબ
but
ક્લાસ.
parent class માં તો આપણે મતલબ ડિફોલ્ટ મતલબ કેવું આપણે ઓબ્જેક્ટ બનાવ્યા છે ત્યારે ડિફોલ્ટ કોઈ પાસ તો કર્યું નથી. ડાયરેક્ટ પેરામીટર વાઇઝ પાસ કર્યું છે. તો પણ કોલ થવું જોઈએ.
હા સર, એ કમ્પાઇલર તો
मे
કોલ
बी
કરશે.
यस सर, पेरेंट क्लास का तो कॉल होगा.
Let's see. Initializer does not override or designate initializer from its super class override init. Okay, because we don't have a such kind of initializer already, so let's try this. And you can see high and I value. ओवरराइड इसीलिए वर्क नहीं किया क्योंकि पैरामीटराइज इनिशियलाइजर नहीं है हमारे पास. सो दैट्स व्हाई इट्स सेइंग ओवरराइड आप यूज नहीं कर सकते बिकॉज नो सच इनिशियलाइजर इज ऑलरेडी अवेलेबल. ओवरराइड आपको तब लिखना होता है जब ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्ट होता है. Okay, fine. So now I think you able to learn what is class, how you can create the object, the self keyword, initializer, also the use of super, and how you can declare the function, how you can call it without class and with class. Let's take attendance now. Okay, thank you. Now you may continue.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.